Howdy on Woke Lives. I think it's time to play a little Minecraft. Oh, this is super early recording today. I woke up, couldn't get back to sleep. Decided I'd just get up. I'm like, oh man, I'm like over an hour out from when I need to be up. What am I gonna do? I thought, hey, you know what I'll do? I'll jump on and record my episode for the day. I was looking at this thing, and I think I need to put one more row of. Seriously? I really hate surprise creepers. Uh, that one just went to me. I don't know if I just didn't hear it, but I do have my sound up. I can hear the cows mooing, and that creeper just went. And I didn't see it when I came over here. So that's interesting. It must have been around the corner there. Anyways, I was thinking that I need another little bit right there on top. And maybe right there on top. Just to make it look more like there's a lip around the end of that thing. I don't know why I want a lip around the end of that thing, but I do. I do. So, yeah, oh man. Alright. So, with everything going on, I decided that maybe this year. I don't ever go to the doctor. I've never had a broken bone that required me to go to the doctor. Like I'm sure I have broken toes, right? Kicking something. Uh like um you're walking through some place in the dark and you kick a footstool that's laid out, right? Something like that. But I've never broken an arm or a leg or anything like that. So I I've never been to the doctor for that, and I probably haven't had an X-ray because of that since whoosh, I was a small child. Uh, I once, I once, you get the wind knocked out of you. Um, I once got the wind knocked out of me so bad that I I went to the doctor for that, and I had whoa. I was standing up in a chair in the kitchen, and the chair tipped over. And no, I wasn't standing up in the chair. I was in the chair, leaning back. Maybe that's what I was doing. And we had a linoleum floor, and so the legs slid, the back legs, right? I was tilted back, and the legs slid forward under the table and dumped the chair flat on the floor backwards. And I had severely bruised ribs from it. Pretty sure that's the last time I got an X-ray. Oh, you know what? I put that thing on there and then I didn't even look. Oh yeah, that's better. That's better. Looks like a trumpet. All right. So let's see about getting some bookcases out there and maybe some lights today. Bookcases. I don't think I probably have a whole lot in the way of bookcases, to be honest. Um, interesting. Do bookcases come in different colors now? And interesting. I don't know that I have books. I mean, I've got some books, but I don't think I have a lot of books. Let's grab some obsidian and flint and steel. I don't have any obsidian. Just kidding. How do I not have obsidian? I have to have some obsidian somewhere. One piece of obsidian. Okay. What about flint and steel? Do I have a flint and steel anywhere? Oh, I've got one on me. So let's do that, and we'll head out to one of my dead towns. See if we can't get some books. Yeah, this is the way. I think there might be a portal. Like I have this portal to the left. Did that go to a town? I think that went to a town, right? Do I still have a portal down here? I don't think it's lit. Oh, it is still lit. Never mind. Portal. Okay. My poor abandoned town. There were people here once. And then I came. And then there were no more people. And I don't know why. Well, apparently they weren't very well read. I don't see any bookcases anywhere. Hmm. Well, that's a bust. I know, pig. They have a field up on the hill. Oh. Is that a villager way over there? I think I just saw a villager. What? What? Why are they over here? Why are you all over here? Why are you up here with this chicken? Your village is over there. There's villagers up here too. What is going on? That is so weird. That is so weird. I understand. Where are you guys going? Whoops. Why aren't you at your village? That's gonna hurt. That's crazy. I don't understand. Why wouldn't they be down here? Can you lead villagers? Look, I think I saw another villager. Oh no, it was a pig. That's so weird. And there are no bookcases. Listen, guy. So anyways, I got distracted by the fact that there are villagers here, and I thought this was a dead town. Now that I've torn up all of my stuff. Bizarre. So we'll go to the other town then. Yeah, so, but this year I decided I should probably get a flu shot. Just in case. Right? I don't need a bad sickness on top of a bad sickness. You know what I'm saying? And, so, of course, everything has to be a giant ordeal at my house. And so I'm like, hey, I'm going to go get a flu shot, I think, this year. And they're all like, hey, we should all go together. I'm like, okay. Uh, and so I go online. I'm like, where do you get a flu shot? I don't know. I mean, like, I know you go to the doctor, but I don't personally have a doctor because I don't go to the doctor. And so, I mean, I had a doctor, but he retired like last year, and I hadn't been to him in a long time, anyways. But he retired, and he was my doctor when I was a kid. And so I have a doctor assigned to me by my uh, insurance, kind of thing, where they're like, here are doctors in your area that are in our coverage, and there's like one name, like, where, uh, guys, where are your beds? I want to make it daytime. No, you're in that bed. I saw that green bed back at my base. I might have taken the only empty bed. Oh no, here's one. Well, that was the whole point of getting in the bed. Hey. I'll fix you. I kind of like these little windows, man. These are nice. I don't like this cactus, though. This cactus is, like, dangerous. do. Oh, I just saw something die. Oh, it was through the window, I guess. Hey, oh, it was a cactus. Do you guys keep books? Uh, does nobody keep books? I just wanted some books. I'm gonna have to go home and breed up the cows then and make some books myself. Nobody here keeps books. Fine. I guess let's check this place. Oh, let's go save that guy. I'm coming. I'm coming. Yeah, come this way. I saved you. Where's your Where's your golem? There he is. Why is he in here? Why aren't you out saving people? Why is there a block broken here? Why don't you get out there and save people? No, don't go in the nether. No, don't. Why don't you go out there and save people? Get on another portal. Why are you hugging this nether portal? He's trying to leave. He's like, I'm done with this village. Oop. Apparently I'm done with this village too. Alright. So I guess I'll go home and make books. I didn't want to have to. But that's 2 villages and no books. I'll just go steal some from my enchanting place. I think I've got some there. So yeah, I'm like, okay, so we'll do that. And so I look online, like I said, and it's just like go to the pharmacies. I'm like, all right, we can do that. And so I'm like, I'm just gonna go over to Walmart and because that is Walmart does them, and we go to Walmart all the time, so I might as well just go to Walmart. Seemed easy enough. No, we couldn't do that. Uh, we had to go to Rite Aid. I'm like, all right, well then we'll go to Rite Aid. So I go online to Rite Aid, and it's got a little form you can print off and fill out before you get there, so you don't have to fill it out when you're there. And so I print all those off, and then it gets to the weekend that we're supposed to go, and uh, well, then they're like, well, we can't do it on Friday. I'm like, okay. Uh, then I guess we can do it tomorrow. Yep, that's the plan. We'll go tomorrow. I'm like, okay. Oh, there's no books in there either. Oh, am I out of books? I did do a bunch of enchanting. Not this time, but I can't believe I'm out of books. That's just weird. I definitely don't see any books though. What about leather? I do have a bunch of leather. Uh, and then I need sugar cane. I have a sugar cane spot. Oh wait, I have a sugar cane farm. So then 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 they're like, oh, Yeah, we're going away on Saturday, just out of the blue. So, no, we won't be able to do it this weekend. I'm like, oh no, oh no, no. I'm sorry. Let me back that up. I had forgotten how this went down. Uh, so, my brother-in-law works at the hospital, so he'll get his shot when the staff gets their shot, and so he wasn't going to get his shot with us. Uh, no, it does not appear that bookcases come in colors. And and so he was going fishing. So he would not be going with us to get flu shot. And so uh, they were supposed to he was going fishing over the weekend, and and the guy he was going with decided he couldn't wait for the brother-in-law to get out of work, and so he had to go right now, right now. And so my sister, I don't know why, but my sister decided she was going to take him over there, across the other side of our state. I mean, he has his own car, truck. I don't know why he couldn't take himself, but she decided that no, she had to do it, and so then not only that, but she was going to go hang out with some of her friends who live out that way. Maybe that's why she decided she was going to do it, and then she'd be back, and then Friday night. Well, Friday afternoon they were supposed to leave at 3. They didn't leave till 4:30. So it's an hour difference, hour and a half. And well, that was the end of the world. It's too late to go out there and come back, and so she was going to spend the night. And um, uh, and so I was here with her kid, one of her kids, and she'd be back in the morning. They get up bright and early, and oh, I need more bookcases than this. That's not a lot of bookcases. We need like a nice big library kind of thing here. I still have leather, so it must have been paper. I need more sugarcane. So yeah. So she's like, yeah, be back early in the morning, and then we'll go. I'm like, all right. And so I printed off all the papers, and I didn't film on anything. I just printed off the papers. We get up the next morning. No call, not there. This isn't where I'm going. She doesn't get home until like 7 o'clock at night, and didn't call, didn't send a message, didn't text. I'm like, uh, she comes in and she's like, "Oh, did you make dinner?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, I was coming home to make dinner." I'm like, "Well, you said you were coming home in the morning, first thing. What happened to that?" Oh, well, wait, is that how you make books? Oh no, they're in threes, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why I had so much book and not enough paper. Books. She said, well, once I got out there and got them dropped off, I decided that it was it would be too late for my friend to drive out there and drive back. And so I just drove over to her place. And then, it had been, by the time we were done hanging out, it had been several hours to drive home. And so I decided just to stay there for the night. I'm like, okay, well, that doesn't explain why it's 7 o'clock now and you're just now coming home. Well, I mean, I drove all the way out there, so I decided I'd just hang out with her. I'm like, oh, I see. I see. So we made plans. We made plans. But my plans, as usual, don't matter. Uh, See, it's a reoccurring theme. I tell you. I don't even know why I bother to make plans with people. I don't know why I ask them if they want to do something or help out because they almost never follow through on their end. And it's super annoying. So, so then we get to this weekend. I'm like, all right, so we're for sure going, right? For sure going. Yep. So, with my brother in law working at the hospital, my sister kept asking him if he knew if they were giving out flu shots. And his response was always, uh, you could go to the clinic. And the thing is because he works at the hospital, he gets discounts on things through the hospital pharmacy. And so I think my sister wanted to know if the hospital pharmacy was giving out flu shots that he could get a discount on. And, or, I mean, her insurance just covered it anyways. Oh, look, I've got some lanterns already made here. Um, uh, and so he basically refused to ask. I don't know why. It was weird. He just would not check. And so she's like, all right, we're just going to go to Rite Aid. I'm like, oh, good. That was, my original plan before you hijack this into whatever this debacle has now become. And so, everybody get loved up here. Okay. So guys, here's the thing. I need some leather. You aren't being very forthcoming about the leather. There's some leather. All right, what does that leave me with? 1, 2. Oh, I still got one extra cow here. All right, so it leaves me with 4 cows and 6 calves. How'd I do? 8. Not great. Not great. Kind of hope for a little more than that. All right. Let me go get some more sugar cane. So, Friday night, I'm like, hey, we're going to do this thing tomorrow, right? She's like, yep. And she's like, well, I got a bunch of stuff to do. And I'm like, okay. Once again, I mean, we have this plan. It's not like this is a shocking thing where I just walk up and I'm like, hey, let's do this thing. What do you mean you have a bunch of stuff to do? We already made this plan. And so, oh, right, that's not how this works at all. So, I made books. Yep, and they are books. And then dark oak planks. Well, I need a lot more leather than this. I feel like I need more bookcases than this. And so, I wonder if I could do this, and then which one of these is my silk touch? Can I silk touch bookcases? You can, okay. I think I'll do that, and then I'll put a little ladder in the middle, and then I want to put like another row of bookcases through here. I'm gonna move this over so it's out of the way. And then, nope, you know what? I don't have any. Let me get some acacia wood here. I want to see if orange fence looks okay here. Where are my acacia trees? There they are. So, so I'm like, well, how early in the day do you want to go then? And she's like, well, it'll have to be pretty early. I'm like, all right, well, uh, like, I don't want to get up that early. Can we go at like noon or 11? How about 11? She's like, oh, yeah, that's early enough. I'm like, okay, well, that's not that early. You had me worried that you wanted to go at like 6 a.m. And so I get up at like 10. And my whole weekend has basically been not sleeping, I feel like, at this point. And so I give it 10, and no one's anywhere to be seen. Um, but I can hear her moving around upstairs, and so I'm not too worried about it. And I get out the forms, uh, and I think it's this way for fence. It is okay. And I'm like, all right, so nobody's here, but I'll fill out my form just to get ready. And so I'm filling out the form. I get the form all filled out, and my sister finally appears, and she's like, so I called the hospital, and they are giving out flu shots. So we're going to go to the hospital to get our flu shots. I'm like, that's not what we had planned. I've already filled out these forms. This is annoying. So we went over there. Yeah, because I think we can put some orange in the floor up here. And so I think that'll look okay. In fact, I'm going to knock this out here, I think, and just put in a block. There you go. Nice little easy chandelier. I'm going to get some more bookcases in here. I'm going to put a little desk in here. This is where the lectern's going to go, is in here. And we'll get the rest of this floor finished out this way, and a door on this place. And this little stairway done. But yeah, I think it's coming along. So anyways, we get to the hospital, and we go into into the place. It's kind of interesting. They have a temperature station as you're coming in, and all people coming into the emergency room there, which is where they were giving out the flu shots, have to have their temperature taken. And so you stand on this little spot with feet, and then it takes your temperature from a distance. So that was interesting. Um, I mean, I haven't had my temperature taken in who knows how long, and so it was. I mean, last time I did it, I had to shove a thing in my mouth, right? So taking it from like 6 feet away with a machine was kind of different. I look at all this paper I've got in here. I didn't need to get paper. I still feel like there's a whole pile of books someplace that I was looking at and just couldn't see because it was the thing I was looking for. You know how it goes. And so we get to the counter and filling out all the paperwork. No, they're asking us questions, and so my I'm gonna harvest this wheat, man. My sister fills hers out, and the woman thinks that we're the same family. I mean, it's my sister, but we're not on the same insurance. And so then she gets to me, and I'm like, I'm not on her insurance or anything. And I couldn't remember what my insurance was. I couldn't find my insurance card. I have insurance. I pay for it every month, but I don't remember what it is. I've never used it. I'm like, so yeah. Uh, so I'm like, I'll just pay for it if that's okay. And she's like, well, I'd have to look up the price. Okay, so look up the price. I, what's that got to do with me? It wasn't expensive, and so then she's asking me for like, what's your name? What's your date of birth? And I'm thinking, man, I haven't been. Oh, look at this thing hanging out here. I haven't been in the hospital since I was like 12. And so she's like, have you ever even been here before? I'm like, yeah, 30 years ago, I think. And she's like, oh, well, I'm going to have to fill out all your paperwork then. I'm like, okay, I kind of figured that was going to happen. Uh, and yeah, so then we got into after that, then they send me back to get my flu shot. And man, they've remodeled the whole hospital since the last time I was there as a visitor, and which is only a couple of years ago. And we got back in there, and then the lady comes out to give me my flu shot, and she's got the flu shot and a Band-Aid on this little tray, and I don't know why. They told me to sit down and wait, so sit down and wait, and um, I sit down and wait, and then she comes in and she's like, "Well, I'm gonna need you to stand over here." I'm like, "Okay, I don't know why they didn't just have me stand over there in the first place." And so I stand over in the spot, and then she wants me to move uh, to face the wall. I in the corner. I don't know. I don't know why she made me move over there. I'm not sure why we couldn't have just done it in the middle of the room. People weren't coming through, and so then she gets out, puts on her gloves, and she tries to get out a Band-Aid, and she tries to stick it to her glove, falls off right on the floor. So then I gotta stand there for another, I don't know, I bet it was like 3 or 4 minutes while she goes to request another Band-Aid. And so then this other guy comes in with her to handle the Band-Aid because apparently she can't handle the Band-Aid. And then they're just like, I know, I know people like faint and stuff over needles, but I'm not one of those people. And she's just like, okay, so I'm gonna get the needle out so you can turn and look away. And I'm like, okay. And then she's like, "Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm gonna jab it in now. Are you ready? Yeah, just get it over with, please. I just want to go home." And then, I mean, I've gotten a flu shot, but it's been, since I was a kid. So obviously it's different when you're a kid. But she sticks me the flu shot. It's like, ooh, big deal. And then she's like, "Okay, so now I need you to go out and wait in the waiting room for 15 minutes before you go." I'm like, "Oh, so I have to sit in the waiting room for 15 minutes because they're afraid I might have an adverse reaction to a flu shot." Great. I don't want to sit here for 15 minutes. And then we get out there, and this will be the end of my story, basically. We get out there, and they got a really interesting show on about this guy who um, called 911 after killing his mother, and which I like that true crime stuff. And then I guess they decided since my sister and her two kids were there that maybe that wasn't appropriate for children, although that's the kind of stuff that children often watch, I guess. And they so she changed the channel to Frozen. I'm like, oh, I don't want to watch Frozen. Oh, there's a hole in my thing. I don't have any marble on me. So I had to watch 15 minutes of Frozen. And it was, I don't know, that stupid Olaf. I don't know, like Olaf was singing about summertime. Anyways, I guess with that, I am going to call it a day. I did get a bowl of cereal, so I got a few minutes here to eat my bowl of cereal before I get going. So that, be better than the small things, lean in the light. I will talk to you later.